but more on French and New World.
But no Georgia.
But we heard already about the history of CHATEAU MUKHRANI history. With so many leaders, so many managers, that you have some popular wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me start talking then. It was 2 years ago, in 2017, when an American expedition discovered the world's most ancient vessel for winemaking, which we call Qvevri. You know what's Qvevri?
Yeah.
Qvevri is a clay pot.
Yeah, Qvevri.
The one I showed you.
Yeah.
In those pots we make wine. That particular Qvevri, which was discovered 2 years ago, it's 8,000 years old. It proves the fact that Georgia is the birthplace for winemaking. We used to make wine only by this Qvevri method till 19th century. After that, we added some new technologies, the classic technology of winemaking, and later wine. In the second half of 19th century, we had a man whose name was Ivan Bagration. He was part of Georgian royal family, and back then he served under Russian Empire as a general lieutenant. He was the highest rank back then, and because of his profession, Ivan used to travel a lot. And also, Ivan was a pretty big fan of wine, as a lot of Georgians are. So in every country he visited, he takes in wine there. Ivan noticed that none of those foreign wine tastes like ours, so he developed this ambition to share our wines to the whole world. But in order to achieve that, we needed new technology because Qvevri doesn't provide us possibility for massive production. You see, the wine which we make in this kind of vessels is for families, friends, neighbors, for personal use. You should know that in Georgia, we don't mostly buy wine because everybody makes its own wine. We do at home. And when I run out of my wine, I just call my friend, he gives it to me for free. This is basically how it works here. But besides production, the second problem about Qvevri is that the wine inside changes its structure and body in such a way that our wine gets very heavy to drink. The foreign people mostly do not like this kind of wine. They prefer more delicate wine that can be consumed easily.
So how many alcohol content?
It's not about only alcohol.
What?
Average alcohol content should be 15, 16, something like this. But percentage of alcohol doesn't, let's say, it's not only heaviness of the wine is not only dependent on the alcohol. Because the structure, the body, the tannins, all of this combined together gives the wine its heaviness. Because in Qvevri, when you make wine, you put everything together. Stems, leaves, skins, seeds, all together. Where was I? Yeah. So in order to make our wine more acceptable for foreign people, Ivan Bagration went to France in Bordeaux and Champagne regions. He learned this classic technology of winemaking, and when he got back here in 1878, he built this place, CHATEAU MUKHRANI. So this place became the first one in Georgia who started to export Georgian wine by classic technology. So you understand everything.
Yes.
Let's go.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So, this is Ivan himself in the center, the founder of this place. He's having some party with his friends. And a lot of famous Georgians in this picture, but the most famous one is this person. Ilya Javjavadze was his name. He is let's say, one of the most important person for Georgian nation. We call him the crownless king of Georgia. He was the first man who brought the ideas of democracy here, and thanks to Ilya Javjavadze, in 1921, Georgia became the first country in the whole world which promoted human rights, gender equality, racial equality, and freedom of religion, all combined together by constitution. We did it before USA, before France, Great Britain. That's why I'm proud of it.
Yeah, he's the first who did the Georgian constitution.
Here, this man is, his name was Konstantin. He was son of Ivan Bagration. And all the other people you see here are from Russian royal family Romanovs. Back then, Romanovs and our royal family used to be good friends. They had good relationship. But after Ivan's death, they bought this place, CHATEAU MUKHRANI. It belonged to them till 1917, but they did not really use this place as a winery. They used it as a summer rest house. But later in Soviet Union, when we had dry law, do you know what's dry law?
Dry law.
Yeah. It's a prohibition for alcohol. Nobody was allowed to produce and drink any alcohol in Soviet Union. Which means that CHATEAU MUKHRANI lost its purpose and the Soviet government decided to destroy this place. Everything used to be for this ark. It was original from 19th century, but after the ark, everything was in ruins, and in 2002 we started the restoration process. This is how the castle looked like in its first days when they built it. And, oh, sorry. Hello?
Okay.
The toasts.
Yeah, the toast. Yeah, that's very important. The toast.
Special toasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bull's horn. We call it khanzi in Georgian. It's a very special vessel for wine drinking because we drink from it on very special days and occasions like weddings, maybe. It's a very Georgian traditional item to have because every Georgian family, even today, have this kind of horn at home. Me too. Yeah. And you see, it has one special rule. Once you take a hold of it, you must finish the wine in one go, one shot.
Otherwise, you cannot put on the table.
Yeah, it has no legs, you cannot put it down.
Yeah.
So if you take a hold of it, you gotta stand with it the whole evening.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you put, you will spin on the table.
Yeah. If you spill the wine, that's
it. Yeah. This is Georgians will not accept you as a Georgian.
Yeah. This is how quarry looks like from the outside, what I showed you there on the ground. These are really very old ones from 4th century. But to be honest, these are not very big ones. It's only 2,000 liters. The biggest quarry found in Georgia is 10,000 liters. I'm going to show you something later to compare the size. These bottles were found here in 2002 when we cleaned this place. And the most special bottle is this black one, CHATEAU. It has a Russian flag on it, and in Russian it says to the emperor himself. Which means that our wine was consumed by royal family itself. I think it's cool. And a question for you. Tell me, what do you think, what was this yellow glass used for?
Picture. No,
No guess?
No guess.
And then
No, it was for beer.
beer.
Beer glass, beer bottle.
I really have no idea why, but back then people thought that if you give this shape to the glass, beer tastes way better.
Like a pilsner.
Moskva.
Pilsner. For the light beers.
Wow. Imagine.
This is our wine cellar.
Wow.
In these two rooms we have wine for special collection, for aging purpose. From every year's production we have several bottles here, and then from time to time we just open one or two, maybe 10, depends on mood, to check the quality. Every drink you see here is from 19th century, but not the sandwich of recent because we need to use and for the restoration. And about the barrels. Every barrel you see here is made in France because French barrels are the highest quality, and all of them are made of oak. We have 3 different oak: French oak, American oak, Caucasian oak. We use oak because it facilitates the flavor to the red wine. And usually when people make wine by classic technology, they only use oak barrels for the red wine. But we have some white wine as well with the barrels. That's for limited edition wine and experimentations.
What's the difference?
Very little difference. For me, I cannot really tell you the difference. The wine technologists can tell you that. For me, it's not. You should know that for Scotch whiskey, people use oak barrels for many, many years, maximum is 80. But this is not how we do with the wine, because after 3 years, the wood starts to lose the flavors, it's not useful for winemaking anymore. So we take all the old barrels and start making CHATEAU. Do you know what's CHATEAU?
I hear them already.
Yeah?
Cha-cha.
No? Okay. It's a distillated skins of grape. It's a very strong alcoholic Georgian drink. But, you see, let me tell you what's so special about CHATEAU. If you drink only CHATEAU and do not mix it with any other alcohol, the next day you're still happy. No hangover, no headache. Yeah, you still able to go to work. Now, do you know what else is here?
No.
Let's go.
That's the wine? Yeah. The wine is so much. What is this? It's the generation.
It's let's say, French experiment, but the idea originally comes from Quebec. This is upside down French shape. complete stainless steel in order to keep the temperature under control. That's underground, very much production. The most special thing about this X is that the wine inside makes itself. We do not interfere with the winemaking process. We just put the juice inside and then wait for 1 year. That's it.
Sabihin mo, nagana tayo, field trip. Vacation.
See there where they
Wow.
produce the wine. See how much wine. You are in the
Wow.
heaven.
Heaven.
Yeah.
Heaven knows.
As I already told you, for the red wine we mostly use our oak berries. But for the white wine, this kind of stainless, the stainless steel material and the shape of the stain is a perfect condition for the white wine to go through fermentation process and then to keep it for 11 months in order for the wine to come down. We can also use this kind of tanks for the red wine if we are making a reserve type of the red wine, which means that after oak barrels we take the red wine from these tanks for several years. Tell me, what do you think? What is the size of this tank in liters?
In liters. 10.
Tank. It's
10
one tank.
liters?
10,000.
It's 20. Process of this type of very takes 3 to 4 months. We use only pure water to clean it because we have to careful when we ruin the vessel. And the funniest part is that we get inside permanent. Then we get drunk by the smell. Then we start to sing the song to the people who are down there. And if anybody stops singing, we immediately have to drag them out so they don't die. And it's not a joke, it's true. The most special thing about this place, CHATEAU MUKHRANI, is that starting from growing our own grapes and finishing with putting the labels on the bottom, which will be here. When the harvest season comes, we take all the grapes and go through the machines press. The left one for white wine, the right one for red wine. For the white wine, we go with juice. All the juice goes to the sense. We are making stainless steel material. The juice is 1 month for the fermentation process here, and then we put it in the same tank for 11 months. In order for it to come down. But for the red wine, we use skins, seeds, all together. We go to the states which are in Georgia, by the way. The shape of the tank is a perfect condition for the red wine to mix everything inside together. After from 20 to 30 days of fermentation, we take the wine in the oak barrels. There we keep it from 8 to 18 months. It's up to our main winemaker to decide whether the wine is ready or not. After that, all the wine is here in this room. It goes through the final laboratory procedures, and when the laboratory approves the wine, we start the bottom of the let's not open the day. Every year we produce approximately 400,000 bottles. 70% of our production goes to export. The biggest export countries are Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Ukraine. By small quantities can be said that all Europe, and to say from America, Florida, and New York. Questions?
It's great variety usually used for the wine.
Okay, let's go and say. In our vineyards, we have approximately 20 varieties of grapes. And half of them are Georgian and half of them are international. So,
Varieties for the other countries also, or
Yeah.
you just
and we grow
You're also doing a blended.
sorts of grapes here.
We have Muscat, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon.
Chardonnay, we have Sauvignon Blanc, yeah, a lot of
We grow those in our vineyards here. It's 2 minutes walk by foot.
Ano ba yung gusto kong side view?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll take your photos. Video? The payment for the tour. Or the payment for the tasting, I think. Ask them better.
Give me the best because I'm
Okay, which one do you want? So, Mayer, Capito, yeah? Three different. One red there. Two red. Sweet or red or semi-sweet, dry red, both. And what about the white? Semi-sweet white or
sweet white.
Here. Chocolate is electrical. Sauvignon one is electrical.
I don't know how to stop. In the villages, they used to stand here, or without standing. It's not for standable because it's so thin. So they squash the grapes like this,
Yeah.
and the juice coming from here directly to Quevri. Instead of this hole, should be this Quevri, the barrel, clay barrel. So it goes directly to Quevri.
We're going to vineyard.
This is grape plantations. Baba.
Very dry.
Graveyard.
We have plantation of rice in our place. Same like this.
Same like this, but rice needs too much water.
Yeah. But
Grapes
here,
doesn't need water. Yeah. How about you?
really?
Yeah, it doesn't need that much water. Only sometimes.
Okay.
Only if it's drought
Yeah.
and if it's like 1 month no rain, then you can give the water. But
Here's, you can see the
basically it
grape
doesn't need any water.
plantation. Yeah.
No.
Oh, grape plantation.
It's sleeping. It will grow.
Yeah, in springtime.
It will harvest.
See you.
It will start.
Prunes.
Lagyan prune.
May kapalit ako 28.
Nice wine. You got the Stalin's favorite wine. And these grapes only growing in one village, which is about 6 hours from Tbilisi to drive. It's in the mountains.
It's in the mountain.
Yeah. And it's only growing in Khwanchkara. And that's why the name of the grape also Khwanchkara. And name of the wine also Khwanchkara. Because it's only come from that village. It's special grapes.
Sarap.
See, I told you today, you have killing day more.
Yeah.
It's kill it, kill it, go kill it.